Hey drone nerds, Andrew here. The FAA has made remote ID mandatory for all drones starting on March 16th, 2024. Will your drone flights be compliant? Let's find out. Before we begin, consider subscribing to Drone Nerds. That way you can keep up to date with everything going on in the drone and UAV industry, and don't forget to like the video. It really helps. Remote ID is a broadcast signal from your drone transmitting data to other parties operating in our airspace. It provides information about the drone itself, including its serial number, as well as its speed, position, altitude, the location of its controller, timestamps, and even emergency statuses. The FAA's mandate for remote ID is to further the safety of both manned and unmanned aircraft in increasingly busy skies. At any given time, there are between 8,000 and 13,000 planes above America, with the FAA reporting over 855,000 drones registered in the US in 2023. A lot is happening up there, so having remote ID will make it much easier to keep everyone safe. There are 4 types of legal drone flights, the first of which is a flight using a drone with built-in remote ID. For a while now, there have been plenty of manufacturers that are including remote ID from the factory. Most of the big manufacturers, like DJI for instance. If you have an older drone or one that's custom built or DIY'd, chances are it'll need a remote ID module, which I'll get to in just a minute. The next type of legal flight is one that uses a drone weighing less than 0.55 pounds or 250 grams. For these smaller, lightweight drones, a transponder is not needed as long as it's being used for recreation. The third type of legal drone flight is one that happens inside an FAA-recognized identification area, or FRIA. These are typically wide-open areas like fields or fairgrounds that don't require any type of remote identification. FRIAs do have a few restrictions, including the requirement to fly within visual line of sight. Typically, FRIAs are requested by local organizations or educational institutions. And lastly, we have flights using drones that are retrofitted with a remote ID module. These are third-party devices that transmit the required information when your drone doesn't have remote ID built in. For instance, here at Drone Nerds, we carry transponders made by DroneTag. They have quite a few models to fit weight and size requirements, budgets, and more. These modules are very simple to use. All you have to do is charge it up, fasten it to your drone, and then just sync it up to the free DroneTag app. To see which remote ID module is right for you, click the link in the description below. Remember, remote ID enforcement begins on March 16th, 2024. So securing your module now guarantees no interruptions to your flights in the future. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.